Hola, all you Hebrews and Gentiles out there. Today we're going to do a follow-up video on Be a Man of Action, Part 2. So last time we covered get out of the cities. Get out of those rat-infested shitholes. Once you find you some property or a house out in the country somewhere, there's some things you need to focus on. Number one, come up with you a reliable off-grid water source. If you have a stream or a spring on your property, you're doing good there. If you have a well, what's your backup plan for the well? Do you have a hand pump? Are you going to run your well pump off solar? Do you have a backup plan to get the water out of the well? And if you're going to use rain barrels, do you have a plan for those? I know Pastor Fox put out a video on Viking preparedness where they were catching rainwater off a building, and the pollen from the trees got into the water supply and it gave it a foul smell. So he had to clean the barrels out and do all that over again. So you need to work out those details now while you can, and you have stores you can go to and buy the parts you need. So you need to make sure you have a reliable water supply, and then you need to stack food to the rafters. And not only stack food for you and your family, but also your neighbors. You don't want your neighbors showing up to your house hungry and you have nothing to give them. So you want to prepare food for you and your neighbors. And then you need to start thinking about producing food. And then once you produce the food, then you have to worry about storing the food, preserving it. So that's two things you need to work on. And also, back to the neighbors, you need to have fellowship. You need to know your neighbors. We've been living in our house for about a year, and there's about 10 houses on our street, and I know one neighbor. My wife knows them all, but she's a people person, and I have social anxiety disorder. So, I need to meet my neighbors. Then that comes to security. Once your neighbors come together, Pastor Fox also put out another video that you don't defend your house from your mailbox. So your perimeter needs to be out away from your house. You don't want to wait till the attackers or the aliens get to your doorstep. So that's where community comes in. So, to be a man of action, first thing, get out of the cities. Second, come up with a reliable off-grid water supply and have about 5 backup plans for water supply. Then stack food to the rafters, and then work on producing food and preserving your food. And feed your neighbors. Become friends with your neighbors. So some good channels to check out would be Pastor Fox at Viking Preparedness on YouTube or Patreon. You'll get more content on Patreon, so I suggest that route. You got the Revolting Man, he puts out good content. You have Bear Independent. He puts out good content. Yeah, check out those 3 channels and do what you need to do. And so for now, I will see you when the smoke clears.